So I've been doing OMAD for a week and it's kind of hard. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tony. I have to lose weight. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video. I make a few of these a week. Please consider subscribing with the notification bell on if you want to be caught up with all the latest and greatest that I'm doing, at least from a health and wellness perspective. Well, if you saw the video last week, I started my OMAD journey. OMAD, 1 meal a day. It's a 23-hour fasting period, and look, I've been doing intermittent fasting for at least 10 weeks, doing a 16-8 intermittent fast, and I thought, okay, well, what's the big deal? I can take it up, do 23 hours of fasting a day. That should be easy. Well, I didn't make a plan. I just kind of went for it, and it got me into some trouble. I've got 5 things that were hard doing OMAD last week. Plus I got a weigh in, so stay tuned for that. The spoiler is I did lose weight again last week, but man, it was a hard fought bit of weight that I lost. So the first thing that was hard for me this week when it came to OMAD was knowing when to eat. So I thought I would eat in the afternoon, that way I could kind of be middle of the day, I could suffer a little bit in the morning, I could hang all the way through the rest of the evening. My goal was to eat at 2 p.m. every day, and so the challenge for me is the way that I work. I get up every day and I do research for our other channel, the La Lita Loca Cruising channel. Then I make a video and then I edit and then I upload, and usually I try to have all that done by 2 o'clock. So my mind is like, okay, at 2 o'clock I'll be able to eat. Well, what I found is I wasn't always done at 2 o'clock, and then when I would get done at 2 o'clock, I didn't know what I was going to eat. And so that's the second thing for me. Not only knowing when to eat was hard, but knowing what to eat was hard. I didn't do any prep. All we had was a bunch of lean cuisines that we had been using for portion control, and trying to eat enough calories on frozen lean cuisines, not easy. And then so we just ended up going out and getting salads, and that didn't work out very well. So I was challenged by not knowing when to eat and not knowing what to eat. And then the third thing that got me in trouble this past week was kind of like social situations. There were 2 times this past week where we went and we visited with my mother-in-law, kind of like a socially distant birthday gathering. And there was food at both of those, and during both of those was outside my feeding window. And so it became awkward when you're trying to explain why you're not eating, and then, oh, how does that work? Do you really think it's gonna work? That doesn't seem like that's gonna work. Are you sure you sure you don't want a piece of pizza? It's your favorite pizza, that kind of thing. That became super challenging, and I did pretty good in one of those things. I resisted, and then in the second one, I just changed when I ate. We went over there for lunch, and so instead of eating at 2 o'clock, I ate at 12 o'clock. And so I kind of messed it up right there. That was on Saturday, and then you know how it is when you mess up. You're like, well, I already messed up, so I guess I'm gonna keep messing up. So I did good sticking to it. I did OMAD, like true OMAD, for 5 of the 7 days, and then after I blew it on Saturday, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna still try to eat within the intermittent fasting window, but I'm not, gonna be strict OMAD. And so there was that. It was hard socially. The number 4 thing that was hard was there's some hunger associated with it. You got to get used to being hungry. The interesting thing for me inside that window for the 16-8 intermittent fasting is I tend to eat enough in those 8 hours that I'm not that hungry. So yeah, so I definitely got some hunger pangs for the first time, which is good. Like, part of the process of doing OMAD is to train your body to understand when you're legit hungry. And there were a few times this week that I was legit hungry that I had to wait and fight through. And that was interesting. And then the 5th thing that I learned is it's kind of hard to eat a lot of calories in an hour. And so I'm a big guy, and most days when I ate to when I was full, I only had eaten about 1,200 calories, and that may be enough, but again, I was hungry almost every day that I was doing OMAD, so I don't know that I'm eating enough. So those are the challenges. Those are at least the 5 things that were hard for me this week. But the question is, did I lose some weight? And the answer is yes. Last week, 347.6. This morning, 346.2, for a loss of 1.4 pounds. And overall, that's a weight loss of 25.6 pounds. So I've broken the 25-pound barrier, making my way down to 300 300, trying to get below 300. So yeah, it was a hard-fought 1.4 pounds, and it wasn't pleasant. The adjustments that I'm making this week is we've ordered food that we can prepare in advance. I'm probably going to change my eating window to being in the morning before I start my regular work, maybe like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'm going to eat early and then go from there and see how that works this week. I might like that better than trying to break up my day and stop my work just so that I can eat. And so that's going to be the adjustment there. But yeah. So OMAD, not the easiest. I know there's a lot of people that have good experience with it out there. How do you get through these first couple weeks? What adjustments? What can I do? I guess food prep is one of those. I would love to hear your comments below. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name's Tony. I have to lose weight. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Bye.